This video is all about shutter. So what is shutter? The shutter is a series of blinds within the camera body that open and close, allowing light to enter. The shutter is open for a specific amount of time. This determines the amount of light entering the camera. This can be found in both film and digital cameras. The length of time the shutter is open for is called shutter speed. This time can range from fractions of a second to full seconds. Depending on the type of camera, you may find a smaller or larger range of shutter speeds. The individual shutter speed numbers are standard. These are the most common: 2000, 1000, 500, 250, 125, 60, 30, 15, 8, 4, 2, and 1. The shutter speed numbers represent a fraction of a second. This looks like 1 over the number of shutter speed. Some examples: 15 equals 1 over 15, so 1/15th of a second. 1000 equals 1 over 1000, so 1/1000th of a second. 2 is 1 over 2, so that would be half of a second. And 1 is 1 over 1, equaling 1 second. The larger the shutter speed number, the faster the shutter speed is, meaning that it opens and closes very quickly. The smaller the shutter speed number, the slower the shutter is. That means it is open for a longer period of time. This is a video of a shutter. So at 1/2000th of a second, you can barely see the shutter opening and closing. At half a second, you can very clearly see the shutter open and close. So how do you know when to use which shutter speed based on lighting? If it is a dark or cloudy day, you will want to have a slower speed. Because it is dark, there is not a lot of light available. So by allowing the shutter to be open longer, allows what little light there is a better chance to enter the camera. If it is a bright sunny day, or if you have a lot of available light, you would want a fast shutter speed. Because there's a lot of light, it doesn't need a lot of opportunity to enter the camera. If it is partly sunny, then you would use a medium speed somewhere in the middle. Shutter speed controls motion. So there are 3 types of motion. If you have a slow shutter speed, you will get a blur motion, where you see the action from start to finish, and the motion is blurred. At a medium shutter speed, you still get a little bit of blur, and then at a fast shutter speed, you're freezing your motion. So everything looks like you hit pause.